Yankees,
I would say on top of that, I think the Yankees are really going to miss him. That's through the left side, and the Cardinals take the lead. Tatis a 2-out RBI single, 1-0 St. Louis.
That's how you pick up your teammates and also get the club on the scoreboard.
Boy, that's big. That's a nice start. What a feeling on opening day.
Well, he hit 10 home runs last year, 37, a hanging breaking ball. Those things go a long way, and they're usually over the fence. The Paquette, a professional hitter, and boy, I'll tell you one thing. It's nice when you can replace Mark McGwire with a 3-run home run and only 1 at bat.
Fantastic. He will do that. Very patient. Looking for the 2-out RBI hit. Up the middle, base hit, and the Cardinals lead 5-0. Vina, his second hit of the day.
Six for 17 when he faces, or 6 for 18 when he faces Cap anymore.
Dunston on 2-2. Hits one well into deep left center field. He's got a chance at the wall. Goodbye. Home run Dunston. 6-1 Cardinals.
That's a nice way for John Dunston to make sure the management knows that they made the right decision in keeping him. He can do this coming off the bench. He can play a lot of different positions, and what a presence in the clubhouse in a very positive way.
Didn't want to take my job, but he'd take my paycheck as Davis pounds one into deep left field. He's got a chance at the wall. Eric Davis goes deep. Third Cardinal homer of the game. And the Cardinals open up a 7-1, 7th inning lead.
Pair of walks and now a solo home run for Eric Davis, making a statement.
Will be a part of those shows. Crowd wants it to end now. So does Veer. Game over. Cardinals are 1-0 as they win the opener 7-1 over Chicago.
I think our pitching staff and our closer are for real. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. You mentioned it's a lot more than the Mark McGwire show. It's a complete package.
From Darryl Kyle to Heathcliff Slocum to Mark Thompson to Dave Veer. From Vina to Tatis to Paquette to Davis to Dunston.
But seems to be fine right now.
Yeah, the double play ball was hit right back up the middle.
High fly deep to left field, and Polanco has just left the yard. His second home run. Remember, he led off the game the other night when Scott Carl was pitching, the game's first pitch a home run. And Polanco goes deep here to make it 1-0 Cardinals.
Yeah, the second pitch that he saw from Rojo was just a fastball. Looked like it left right in the middle of the plate, the hard footwork where they wanted it to be. Call time, step back out. That could be the hitters of the Cardinals trying to disrupt some concentration.
Walker hardly moves. That's a home run. Into the Rockies bullpen and out again. Thomas Howard with his third home run of the year. So Rojo has given up 2 home runs here in the first inning. 2-0 Cardinals. You remember the other night when the Cardinals hit 3 home runs in the first, go deep into the game. One of them is going to have to pitch on 3-day rest on Thursday. Up the middle, base hit from Thomas Howard. Here comes Vina to score, and there goes Edmonds to third. RBI single from Howard. He's 2 for 2 with 2 ribbies. Looking down again. Did that hit him? It did. A hit batsman, and that forces home a run. Here comes Edmonds. 2 runs in the inning now for the... Hit into right center field. Walker trying to cut it off. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. Howard scores. Langford scores. Here comes Tatis. Throw to the plate. Not in time. A 3-run double for Drew. he'll score. The ball picked up on the track. No relay. The Cardinals add one here in the ninth, and it's 9-3.
Devoto's been going to the slider throughout this inning and struck out.
And the damage done in the third. J.D. Drew slapped a bases-loaded double, and the Cardinals scored 5 in the inning. Broken bat, one hopper out to Vina. That'll do it as the Rockies go in order in the ninth. Pat Hankin goes to 3-0 with a win today. Rojo falls to 1-1, and the Cardinals snap their 3-game losing streak. Thomas Howard had one of those home runs in the first inning. Polanco had the other. And the Cardinals were never behind in this ball game. They win it going away 9-3. So our player of the
99 campaign.
And they've played 32 this year.
First pitch to McGuire. A rope left side on a base hit off the glove of Kent, and an RBI. On his way to third goes Renteria. Vina scores. Renteria third, and McGuire another RBI. He is now tied with Jim Edmonds for the team lead. They both have 26.
Streaks follow streaks.
Yep.
In the bad one, a good one soon to follow.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That gets away, and here comes a run to score. And just like that, 2-0 St. Louis. McGuire moves up to second, and it's 2-0 as Renteria crosses the plate.
Something that's kind of askew there, that he hasn't been successful. The pitcher is the one under pressure.
1 ball, 1 strike. Second and third, only 1 out. A drive into right field. Rios giving chase over his head. That'll go to the wall. 1 run is going to score. Barrero around third. He's going to score. Here comes Vina on his way home. Here's the throw. He scores. Vina. What a job with a drive to right. 3-run score. 5-0 St. Louis.
Danny, that was the same play that Ellis Burks took away from Vina last night. And I talked to Ellis about the play, and he said he thought he tracked that ball, and then it just position player without a home run.
That is right. Here's Renteria. A drive into left field. Bonds going back, looking up, and that ball clears the fence. Renteria goes deep. It's 6-0 St. Louis against Ortiz, and Renteria with home run number 6, back-to-back Vina and Renteria.
Ortiz came into this action giving up 7 home runs in 38 and 2/3 innings. And Dave Righetti's going to...
3 balls, 2 strikes. Next to Edmonds. Check swing. A swinging bunt and a base hit for Edmonds. And a run scores. Another RBI for Edmonds. Langford crosses the plate. 7-0 now St. Louis. The RBI for Edmonds. Next pitch to Drew. Into shallow center. Slicing just a bit and getting down. 2 more runs are going to score. That ball gets to the wall. J.D. is 2 for 2 in the inning. He'll stand at second with the RBI double. Now 9-0 St. Louis.
It's going J.D. So he's got a single, a double.
Some kind of start here in San Francisco in game 2 of this 3-game set. And that gets away. J.D. to the plate. 10-0 St. Louis. And that ball went right by his head. Back to Gardner.
But I mean, that's another pass ball.
Up the middle. On deck, it's McGuire. Drive into center field. Bernard going back at the track, looking up, leaping, and that ball is gone. Home run for Ray Langford to dead center. Hit at 400+ feet, and it's now 11-3 St. Louis. A couple of hits on the night for Langford. And that is home run number 7.
Same pitcher last night that struck him out with 2 outs and a couple men on. And so, you know,
he is 0 for 4 on the night. 2-1 pitch. Into right field. Well hit. Rios going back. 1 hopper off the wall. 1 run scores. That's McGuire. Edmonds around third. He will trot in. And a couple of more runs for the St. Louis Cardinals and 2 RBIs for Paquette. RBIs 13 and 14, and Al, a good piece of hitting, and he drove it into right field, just went right with that pitch.
Well,
They set up outside the 0-2 pitch, driven into right field. JD near the wall, puts it away, and a Cardinal victory. Victory number 20 on the season. And the Cardinals win it as Dave Veers gets the final out. 13-15-0 for St. Louis, 6-11-1 for San Francisco, 13-6 the final. Andy Bennis and Kirk Reeder tomorrow afternoon.
Well, once again, people now I think are probably taking it for granted once it's been done. But it's hard to imagine what this man has accomplished.
And there's a drive, deep center field, and this one is out of here. A 3-run home run for Mark McGwire, and he is now all alone in 8th place, one ahead of Mickey Mantle, his 15th of the year, 537th home run of McGwire's career.
As he touches home plate, folks, we are watching history being made. This guy is really something. And strangely enough, a guy in Philadelphia in a Cardinal replica uniform got the
game ahead of the Cardinals in the NL Central as McGwire hits his second of the night. 2 home runs in 2 innings for Mark McGwire.
How do you describe that? That was a moonshot. That ball was in the upper deck and way into the upper deck. You know you got a power pitcher supplying a lot of the power on the fastball, and then big 250-pound Mark McGwire hits the ball solidly, and that's what happened.
His 64th multi-home run game. He is now all alone in second place. Home runs, he's driven in 5. McGwire with a shot. Deep center field. Glanville looking up. McGwire hits his 3rd home run of the night.
Not much you can say after watching Superman play this game. Just take your shirt off. There's a big S on it. And you can see now why Terry Frank, you can see the look on Bobby Abreu's face. Kind of symbolic of what's happened to him this year.
Rolling fist one into shallow left. Calling for it is the shortstop, Renteria. And the Cardinals win 2 of 3 here in Philadelphia as Veers pitches a 1-2-3 ninth. And the Cardinals win it 7-2. A 3 home run, 7 RBI night for Mark McGwire. Tying his career best with 3 home runs for the 5th time. And a new career high with 7 RBIs. So the Cardinals win it by the score of 7.
this is a 3rd different shift we've seen the Marlins employ.
That's into left center field, and that's a 3-run home run. Off the billboard, on the scoreboard, and the Cardinals take a 4-1 lead as Mack hits number 20, number 542. He's 6 short of Mike Schmidt. And after that great catch by Langford in the top of the inning, the Cardinals take the lead in the bottom of the inning. Hit 500 feet. He didn't move. And if that did just land, as Langford pounds one into right, did they go back to back? Kotze with his back to the wall. Goodbye. For the 13th time this season, the Cardinals have gone back to back. They lead at 5-1.
We get Ray Langford doing that. Look out, folks. 9th home run for Ray. And look at Mark McGwire. He couldn't be happier. A little swinging bunt. You say they saw the pitch that they thought they could drive?
Breaking ball grounded to short. That is it. Cardinals win it 5-1, and without a doubt, the best all-around game of the 2000 season. From pitching to defense to timely hitting, 2 errors mixed in, but that is a very, very small negative, Al. What a game.
Well, outstanding. It starts with start.
Gonzalez at first. Locked him up and got him on the inside corner to Garrett Stevenson. No way. His batting average has gone down 80 points. He's got a little flare down the right field line. It's trouble for the Diamondbacks. Fair ball. Scoring is Matheny, and St. Louis leads 1-0 on Renteria's 19th RBI of the year. The Cardinals are always trying to get him to hit the ball the other way. This time he does for an RBI. 0-2 to Fernando Vina with the bases loaded. He puts it in play. Base hit left field. Langford scores. Drew coming home. St. Louis leads 3-0. Their first hit since the 3rd inning, and the walks come back to haunt.
Phenomenal. 3-run lead. Not afraid to throw the changeup.
Oh, he struck him out at the knees with a fastball. Durazo can only walk away. 6 strikeouts for Garrett Stevenson today without a walk. Taking a high fastball from Steve Woodard yesterday off the hand. A swing, says Steve Ripley. How quickly is Finley gone? 3 games in his major league career. First 2 came for the Phillies in '97. Ground ball to McGuire. Is it fair? Yes. Game over. Wow. Garrett Stevenson, talk about finishing with a flourish. And Buck Showalter can't believe that ball was called fair. A 6-hit shutout. St. Louis wins 3-0. More from Arizona coming up.
Breaking ball on a 1-2 pitch to the gap in left center field. That's going to fall in. All the way to the wall. Polanco will come around to score. Renteria will stop at second base with the RBI double, his 22nd run batted in.
Well, this is a big outfield because he didn't drive that ball, but because it's such a
Team on Bautista. He's made the rounds of different clubs in the major leagues. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Eric Davis delivers an RBI single. Renteria scores, and the Cardinals have a 2-0 lead.
Bautista had
For the College World Series. That one is hit to right field and deep. Down the line into the shadows at the wall. And hauled in. Guy went back on Paquette's fly ball. Just stayed with it and caught it right at the wall.
nice play by Jermaine Dye. He looked like it happens in the major leagues too. As they say, the best team doesn't always win, but the team that's playing the best at the time does.
That one is again to right, and that's going to get by Dye. All the way to the wall. Darryl Kyle rounding third. Polanco going to third. He'll be held there. A 3-0 Cardinal lead on Jermaine Dye misplay and right.
Now we've talked about the sun and how it's, you'll watch, he'll be, it's a very interesting game in that you can make a great play.
And there's another RBI for Renteria. A base hit. Polanco scores. So he's got a double and a single and 2 RBIs and 2 at-bats, and the Cardinals have a 4-0 lead.
And that's the Edgar Renteria I was talking about earlier. That's the way he always hit when he played for the Florida Marlins.
Kyle again looking for the double play. Zahn. Renteria. Double play. Complete game win for Darryl Kyle.
And it's a nice play there by both Kyle and Renteria. He's got all ground balls that inning, if you think about it. A couple of them found their way through, but he got the job done. Ground ball back to him. He won the 6-3. That's the way the ball game ends.
And the 2-1 pitch to Big Mark is swung on and lined into left field. In comes Dunston. Here comes Drew, and the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. Nobody out as McGuire drives in 2 to give him 58 RBIs. Jeter have the 57-game stretch over in the American League. A chopper to McGuire on the bag. Bad throw and a tag by Dunston, and they get the double play. It had to be a tag. Once McGuire stepped on the bag, that removed the 4th. And a drive into left center and deep. Sheffield going back. It's in the bullpen. A 2-run home run for J.D. Drew, and it's 4-2 St. Louis. For Drew, his 12th home run, and he has 37 runs batted in. So he's accounted really for 3. He knocks in 2, and he cut 1 off. And now hollering, Drew, Drew. It almost sounds like a boo, but it is. Did I say 7 at-bats? It's a brand new ball game. That's Fernando Vina's little boy. And so Big Mac now passes Mike Schmidt. And in his sights, Reggie Jackson. But what a time to hit it. Leading off in the bottom of the 8th to get the Cardinals. Beers with that splitter has 1 wild pitch. And Karras goes down on the splitter. And a drive to right field, and it's going to go in the corner. The tying run scores. Drew is going to second. Good throw, and they got him on a great play by Sean Green. Whoa, what a throw. Sean Green saves the Dodgers bacon on a perfect throw to get J.D. Drew. Mark McGuire at second base. The 2-2 pitch to Craig Paquette is swung on, a high drive into deep left center. She is gone. Would you believe it? Craig Paquette hits a 3-run home run after Jeff Shaw is victimized by the weather. And the Cardinals turn it around and beat the Dodgers 9-6. Craig Paquette, our player of the game, had a double in the 6th inning and then the killer in the 12th.
Well, with McGuire waiting. Edmonds ready for Vallone's 3-1. Left center field and deep. And Tucker looks up, and it is in the bullpen. Home run number 23 for Edmonds.
And where have the Cardinals been? Well, the ones that aren't on base are in a nice air-conditioned clubhouse.
And enjoy the day off. Lined up the middle, base hit. Davis is home, followed by Tatis. No throw from Griffey, 4-0. Mike Matheny drives in 21 and 22 on the year for him, and it Edmonds. The bases loaded. Malone ahead of him 1-2. Left center field hit pretty well in the gap, headed to the wall. Ground rule double, and it is 6-0 Cardinals in the 1st inning. He had 2 strikes on the pitcher, Andy.
willing to take third. Already down there. They move him back. And you see the McGuire shift heavily on the left side. 2-0 pitch driven to right center field and a base hit. And Edmonds will come around and make it 7-0 as McGuire digs for second and is safe with a double.
Rio would have kept going on the third base.
Scoring position with 1 out and 1-1 to Dunston. Hitting for the third time already. Drives it deep to left. Tucker looks up and can't get it at the warning track off the wall. Griffey will make the throw back in. Digging for third. Dunston is safe. Renteria scores to make it 8-2 Cardinals. Here's one, and the next guy is another one, Marco Brown. Generally have a pretty good chance of seeing a home run, a walk, or a strikeout. Deep again to left. Again, Tucker looks up and says so long. The second 2-run homer of the day for Jim Edmonds.
He's become so comfortable hitting the ball to the opposite field here at Busch.
We're not getting the start today against the left-handed Ron Valone. And Dunston instead starting with left. Base hit. Matheny drives in Tatis, and it's 11-2. Paquette staying at third. Third RBI. Third hit for Matheny. 2 singles, a double, and up to 23 driven in for the year.
And just really
behind Griffey. Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa, the other National League starters, as voted in by the fans. Bases loaded walk for Renteria to make it 12-2. Tatis comes home.
You know, I can't help but think when I look at the mound here in St. Louis that it's the reason that there are so. This ball may go a long, long ways. 3-1 count, bases loaded, no place to put him.
Almost hit it. Larkin with his second bases loaded walk of the inning. As Matheny comes home with the third run of the inning, 13th of the day. You bring Morero back.
It's always great to see a guy get the opportunity to come up and play at the big league level.
Make a little major league dough while you're at it.
Get out of here.
Deep left. Ochoa back, watching it sail out of here. A home run in his first major league at bat for Keith McDonald. And if he was shocked to be called up and actually play in the major leagues, what must he be feeling at this moment? A homer in his first at bat. And he'll get the souvenir.
And you know, that was really a touch of class there by the Cincinnati Reds outfielders and bullpen. They got the ball back from the fan right away. The people in the bullpen, the pitchers came down and gave the fan another baseball to replace it.
Over the play. 0-2 to Morris, got him at last. Matthews finishes it for Venice, and the Cardinals take a 14-3 win in the first of this 3-game series over Cincinnati. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Part of the Go Network, Go.com. For Rick Sutcliffe, Dave Barnett, so long, and happy 4th of July from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Inside Cart is next.
If you're looking for an adrenaline rush this month, Dish on Demand will rock you. Heads are going to roll in an isolated town without hope, Sleepy Hollow. By land, by sea, by air, he's always in his element. The world is not enough.
Jeffrey Leonard and this guy. Fly ball left field, opposite field. Guerrero going back, looking up. And that ball is gone. Will Clark, opposite field, goes deep. He's 2 for 2 in his Cardinals debut. A double and now a home run. 1-0 St. Louis.
Will the thrill, and I tell you one thing, you know,
2-2 pitch. Fly ball, opposite way. Edmonds, 3-run shot. And another left-hander has gone the opposite way. This time it's Jim Edmonds. And that is home run number 31. And a 4-0 St. Louis lead.
RBI is 73, 4, and 5 for Jim Edmonds. And, you know, both home runs for left-handers, opposite field shots.
Edmonds, opposite field. Did he do it again? Yes, a 2-run shot for Jim Edmonds. 6-1 St. Louis. Home run number 32 for Jim. And 5 RBIs on the night. Back-to-back home runs for Edmonds.
And Jim Edmonds is going to go home, moving, you know, sleep in his new home for
2. 3 balls and a strike. Fly ball down the right field line. Drew makes the play and saves a bunch of runs. What a play by J.D. Drew in right. And he keeps it. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Clark. Line drive, base hit into right. J.D. Drew will score. Edmonds makes a turnaround third. He'll stop right there. And Will Clark tonight 3 for 3, a pair of sometime
You're
next year.
assuming I've been there. I hope I never go.
Up to J.D. Drew and a base hit into left. A 10-2 St. Louis lead and an RBI for J.D. Drew. His 43rd of the season.
Danny, you talk about a lob serve, or you...
2-2 pitch. Hit into left. Going back and making the play is Dunston. Wow. Wow. Makes a play in left, and the Cardinals have their 59th victory of the season. 10-7.
Steve Here's wants the interpretation of that. But let's watch Tony La Russa. Dunston took a very poor approach and angle. He started coming in on that ball, and then he realized he had to go back. Dunston feels much more comfortable in center field.
2 strike count. And the Cardinals, who left 14 runners on last night, trying to break on top here today, and they've done it. Into left field, a hit for Edmonds, and that's into the corner. Jim will coast into second with an RBI double, and the Cardinals are out in front 1-0. That was for Will Clark. That's well hit into right field. Back is Jordan. At the wall is gone. 2-run home run Clark. First pitch. He does it again. It's 3-0 St. Louis. Mac who? And I don't have to walk home.
Will Clark probably thinking, well, you know, some of you folks in the...
To the right side and through the right side. Here comes the runner, Will Clark. Throw to third by Jordan. Tatis with a groin trouble is out, going first to third, and it's 4-0 St. Louis. RBI hit for Drew, and that's number 44 on the season.
That's a
walk to Will Clark, and he scored on a hit by Drew. That's a wild pitch. To the plate is Drew. No effort by Lopez, and it's 5-0 St. Louis. Big job. Technical director. 1-0. Surhoff pops it up, and that should do it. On the other end of that fly ball is Edmonds, and the Cardinals win it. A 5-hit shutout thrown by Garrett Stevenson. 5-0 St. Louis. Don't forget that the senior producer of the studio show, Scott Ackerson, produced by Gary Lang, directed by Bob Levy, the senior producer of Fox Sports, Bill Brown, the executive producers, Fox Sports, are David Hill and Ed Gorin. Hey, for more info.
First and second, nobody out. Dunston with a drive, deep center, Glanville back, and it's off the wall. Vigna scores. Here comes Renteria. The throw to the plate is cut off. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-1 lead, a 2-run double off the bat of Sean Dunston. His 38th and 39th runs batted in. The runner on second, one out. Davis base hit it to left field. Dunston rounding third, heading home, 3-1 Cardinals. RBI number 37 for Davis. On the first pitch he saw from Omar Dahl.
You know, Eric Davis has been around forever. This is his 15th year in the big leagues against left-handed, because even though Dunston is on deck, Dunston has hit him well, and Dunston has struck out twice in this ballgame.
Well hit into the left field corner. This one is out of here. 3-run homer for Edgar Renteria. His 14th of the season. It's a 3-run shot, and the Cardinals extend their lead. It is now 6-1. Fly ball center field. J.D. Drew. It's over. Cardinals win their 4th straight. Phillies lose their season-high 6th in a row. And St. Louis keeps pace with Cincinnati, who won this afternoon.
The locker room, because the tunnel to the locker room flooded.
This will be a tough play. Burkett, can he make it? Nope. Paquette is safe at first. Vigna scores. First hit allowed by Burkett. And it was a little dribbler that couldn't have traveled more.
Sun is shining.
Lined into left center field. That's in for a hit. And it's rolling deep. One is in. Another man racing around third. The throw to the plate will be late, and the Cardinals have the lead. Polanco, a 2-run double into the left center field alley, and the 2 walks come home to roost. Base hit up the middle. Another run will score. Boy, that hurts. It's 4-2.
Left-hander comes in to pitch to left-hander. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference to Vigna, but the break go away again.
And base hit right field. 1 run is in. They got a shot at the plate. Here's the throw. Bad throw. He's safe. He just reached out and served that ball into right field.
When it allowed that runner to get to second base, it scored on the hit.
Into right center field. Jordan on the run. Can't get there. Another run is in. It's 7-2. He's around second. He'll hold up there with a double. I don't know why they pitched to him. It's 7-2.
On them.
Three pitches. 3 outs and the ball game is over.
Darryl Kyle pitches a complete game victory. St. Louis wins 3 out of 4. Final here 7-2. And here's Joe.
Darryl Kyle pitched a great ball game, but without a little help from the offense.
2 balls and no strikes on the Thrill. Fly ball, this game may be tied. Will Clark, he has done it again. 1-1 on the home run by Will Clark. Boy, has he been something. Number 17 for Will Clark this year.
He was 0 for 6 against Cornelius. And I asked Will, I said, how could this guy have you 0 for 6? He said, I hit 3 balls hard. Now in 7 of his last 8 games, he's 15 for 26.
Here's Paquette, high fly ball into right. Rodriguez going back at the track, and that is out of here. Back-to-back home runs against Cornelius. This time it's Paquette. Redbirds have the lead 2-1. That's number 10 on the year for Paquette.
Paquette is now 2 for 3 with 2 home runs against Reed Cornelius. He told me he hit a curveball the last time for his home run. That's the 10th of the year, and the Cardinals now have a 2-1 lead. That is also the 200th home run by the team. 200 home runs.
Balls and a strike. Let's see what he wants to do here. Not going. Right back to Reams. To second for 1. On to first. Gets out of the inning. Was first and third with nobody out. Castro hit by a pitch. Bases loaded. The 3-2 pitch. Runners are going. There's a strikeout for Reams. A big one. The biggest of the night. 8 strikes.
He had his 8th home run to lead the scoring here in the second inning for the Cardinals.
Runner is going. A drive into right. That's going to get down. Edmonds around second. He's going to score. And the Cardinals have taken the lead thanks to Will Clark here in the ninth. 3-2 St. Louis.
Give a little credit. Jim Edmonds was running on the pitch, and so they played a little aggressive.
Ball and 2 strikes. Langford, a bullet. That'll get a run home. And he's safe at first. Clark with run number 4 on the night, and it's 4-2 St. Louis. A bullet off the bat of Ray Langford.
Nice going, Ray. Clark comes across. That's a big insurance run. Dave Veers warming up in the bullpen for the Cardinals.
On Andy Fox. Got him! Cardinals win it. Take 2 of 3 here in Florida. That's victory number 75. The bench pours onto the field. Will Clark the hero. Now 75 wins on the year, coupled with tonight a loss by Cincinnati. The lead back up to 8.5, and it's back home for the Redbirds after a heck of a road trip.
Well, it's a good team effort. This is a great road trip coming to these 2 places where you know the Atlanta Braves. You win 3 out of 4 there. Better outings from the bullpen, and Rick could be well into double figures.
How about that start? He struck out the side. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, and a high drive into right field. At the wall, Edmonds, grand slam. And on a night when the Cardinals can clinch the division, they take a 4-0 third inning lead.
Talk about costly mistakes. And you try to throw a changeup or something really slow and off speed, and you left it on the middle half of the plate. Even if you fool the man, he's coming across the plate, so the sweet part of his bat comes with it. A bad pitching mistake. That will get a buzz. And a curtain call after he leaves his teammates.
Langford gets into one to center field. That's got a chance. Back to back. 5-0 as Langford goes deep.
That's as far as we've seen Langford ever hit one to center field. And on a cool night, the Redbirds are heating up this crowd.
And Ray Langford
talked about it, how Ray has talked about it, just how I finish. I can't do anything about the first half. And Toronto has a 7-1 lead over the Yankees.
And the Cardinals have a 6-0 lead over Houston as Vina gets a 2-out base hit to right to score Renteria and give the Cardinals a 6-0 lead.
After the walk and steal by Renteria.
Up by 6. Paquette gets into one to left field. Down in the corner and gone. A home run. Paquette. That's 8-0 in the 4th inning. Craig gets number 13.
Talk about mistakes. It's usually a hanging breaking ball. Kept a couple of them away from Paquette, but this time an outfield wall.
Be quiet, it might happen. Backhanded play, Renteria. The throw is in time to get Alou, at least according to the first base umpire. Alou will tell you he was. Paquette hits one to deep center field. Hidalgo back. It's Craig's second of the night. And a 9-3 Cardinals 7th inning lead.
3 for 4 is Craig Paquette tonight. 3 RBIs going up to 57 and 14 home runs. A multi-home run night for Craig Paquette. In there because Will Clark still having a few light items, including caps, t-shirts, pennants, lapel pins, logo balls.
Langford goes deep into left field. At the wall, his second of the night, his third in the last 2 games. And the Cardinals lead it 10-3 in the 7th.
Now this is the first time they've hit 5 home runs in a game. We told you Ray Langford's starting to swing that bat.
Multiple home run games. There's Langford with 4. Edmonds with 4. 16 in the career of Ray Langford. Then there's McGuire. Frank on Bogart. To the second baseman, Vina. And for the 17th time in franchise history, the Cardinals are going to the postseason.
Not face the Braves, or rather the Cardinals, in the regular season. High in the air, left center, plenty deep enough to get Vina home, and Andrew Jones doesn't catch it. Vina scores, and Drew just now finds out and belatedly makes it into second base. For some reason, Drew was not aware that Jones did not homered 5 times against Atlanta in the 7 games the Cardinals played against the Braves. Base hit. That will get Drew home. Over to third base is Edmonds. The Cardinals have 2 on the board with nobody out.
Will Clark has done damage against.
The Braves disintegrated defensively. Slow chop. Chipper Jones can't handle it. And history is repeating itself, it seems. The Braves are disintegrating defensively. Scoring on the play is Edmonds. Clark is second. 3 runs are in. Still nobody out. Cardinals have a chance to go for the jugular here in game 1 right now. They need another hit or two. Through the middle, base hit. Clark scores. Here's Langford. Jones throw and hits the mound and hops in the air. To second safely. Polanco into center. And heading home is Hernandez. All 3 of them have scored. Polanco to third. And they are going nuts in St. Louis. It's a 6-run inning. You know, and I talked to Andrew before the game. I said, what do you think? What about this time of day? That is caught at short. Renteria from a sitting position doubles up Weiss at second. Wow. Just when we thought it couldn't get it.
They have in the lineup, and that has a little bit to do with why Tatis is not in the lineup as well today.
High in the air. Deep into right. Jordan at the wall. It is gone. Home run, Edmonds. Here it is. It is caught by Paquette, and the Cardinals have won it.
Bobby Cox disappointed they couldn't take advantage of the many opportunities the Cardinals gave them today. Control problems. The Braves had plenty of base runners, but they couldn't come up with a big hit when they needed it.
And shades of the first game of the 1997 League Championship Series against Florida, when Greg Maddux allowed 5 unearned runs. Renteria and Edmonds were running on the last pitch. There they go. High in the air. Deep into right center field. Jordan all the way back to the wall. It is gone! Clark has done it again. Say what, at this time last year, the Braves were really worried. That one is blasted by Hernandez down the line. It is gone. Home run.
John, they better be worried this year because these Cardinals are coming after them.
Left center field. Andrew Jones on the move near the warning track. Tagging is Renteria. He scores. Also tagging Edmonds. He moves over to third. And it is 5-2 St. Louis.
So it actually worked out the same way. If Will Clark would have pulled the ball, he would have scored a run and moved the run over to third with less than 2. Eric Davis' long fly ball accomplishes the same thing.
Base runners an extra few steps advantage. That one is ripped. Right center field. That one is off the top of the wall on the bounce. Edmonds has scored. Clark scores. A 2-run double for Langford. 7-2 St. Louis. do it for Tom Glavine. Incredible. They have scored 6 runs, 2 each. Renteria, Edmonds, and Clark. Down the left field line into the corner. And Sanders disappears. It's a fair ball. I don't know what happened, but he did not catch it. Scoring is Renteria. Edmonds at second. 8-2, St. Louis. Making almost no noise. Andrew Jones dives, but he can't catch it. Vigna going to be held, but he runs through the stop sign. For Kyle with a high throw. He scores. To third is Edmonds. Vigna just said, "I'm going for it." And he almost ran over Oquendo. But for Kyle's throw is too high, 9-2 St. Louis.
Well, that's having too strong an arm, because he fired it, but he overthrew it, because when he got the ball, I thought maybe too soon to bring Glavine back. Well, at some point he's got to decide.
He has Millwood, who's well rested. Edmonds, he caught it. He came back with the changeup. Center field. Andrew Jones. It is gone. McGuire with the pinch hit homer. Down the line, deep into the corner. This one is gone. A home run for Fernando Vigna, leading off the game. And they have jumped out again from an amazingly unlikely source this time. Vigna hit only 4 home runs in 487 at-bats in the regular year, and one of those was an inside-the-park home run in San Francisco.
Well, Vigna was looking for fastballs, and
that one is hit high in the air, deep into right center. Jordan is all the way back to the wall, and this one is gone into the Atlanta bullpen. He fell behind in the count, and Edmonds was all over it. 3-1 St. Louis. Edmonds' 7th hit of the series, his 2nd homer of the series.
another high pitch, and Jim Edmonds hammered, and Kevin Millwood, with runners on this year, they're hitting .297 against him compared to .230.
3-2 the count. There goes the runner. Struck him out. Hernandez's throw is there, and the inning suddenly turns in favor of the Cardinals. And Jordan could not make contact. And I'm wondering if 3 balls, 2 strikes. Renteria at third. Another slider in the air to left field. Going back to Sanders. Still going back, and it's over his head. Bouncing into the seats for a double. Renteria scores, and Edmonds is a one-man gang. 8 for 12 in the series.
Well, Bounty Cox is very upset. That ball should have been caught. That's a ball that's slicing back toward the left.
Total command of this game. Slider to second. Bobbled the throw home. Not in time. The bobble by Lockhart took away his chance to get the speedy Ray Langford. It is 5-1 St. Louis with Hernandez going to third.
Well, with the 3-run cushion, the Cardinals can gamble, and they went on.
Hopes in this game already growing fainter.
Through the middle, base hit. Hernandez is in, and Polanco is in. It is 7-1 St. Louis. Fernando Vina. First ball swinging again. He has 3 RBIs in the game.
And they got things up on the right foot with that first inning home run to start the game. Picked up years along with Darryl Kyle from Colorado.
2 down in the ninth. 1-2 the count, and the splitter ends it. And the Cardinals complete their thorough dismantling of the former National League champion Atlanta Braves. And the celebration begins. The St. Louis Cardinals utterly, thoroughly trouncing the Braves 3-0.
Bothering him. He was banged up in game 2. He took yesterday off. Didn't participate in the workout as he shoots that one fair down the left field line. In to score is Vina, heading to third, and they'll bring him home as Renteria, a 2-run double, and it's 2-0 St. Louis in the first. That is the start St. Louis needed here this afternoon.
The New York Mets.
Into right center field, that'll get down. Renteria will score. Will Clark goes from first to third, and the Cardinals lead 3-1 here in the third inning. Langford didn't hit it particularly well, but he put it in a good spot. Step to third, look to first move that Wendell uses. The 0-1. Into right field. Perez coming, makes the catch. Clark with very good base running will score. Sac fly, and it's 4-1.
Joe, you're exactly right, because normally if you're on third with less than 2 out and a hitter hits a ball, the great play by Agbayani.
Off the end of the bat, a broken bat single. Andy Bennis will be brought to the plate. Bad knee and all. Bennis is safe with a belly flop, and it's 5-1 St. Louis. Here in the fourth inning, and this crowd is getting on Rick Reed and the Mets.
Robin particularly with the regular hitter. You give him a chance to drive it in. If he can't, then you think about it with the pitcher.
He did drive it in with a base hit through the left side. Tatis will score to make it 6-2 St. Louis here in the fifth.
With excellent speed, excellent instincts.
Up the middle, diving stop. Alfonso, throw to the plate too late. There are the good instincts, and it's 7-2.
And if he's not running on contact, there's
2-2 to Trammell. Inside corner, game over, and the Cardinals win it 8-2, and they trail in the series 2-1. Pitching and defense tonight for St. Louis. And the Cardinals pounded out runs against the right-handers for Bobby Valentine. Both Rick Reed and Rick White.
They won 78 games during the regular season against right-handed starters and looked very, very strong offensively once again tonight.
Andy Bennis applauding